Pneumolight. Light means knowledge. Knowledge of pneumonia means how much we are aware about this pneumonia, and that we call it as Pneumolight. So one has to be aware of this deadly infection called as pneumonia, how it infects our lungs, how it infects our air sacs in the lungs, and what it can do if it is left untreated or undiagnosed before it makes it entry into the bloodstream. A proper awareness and a proper treatment has to be taken. Now let us be aware by throwing the light on this pneumonia by knowing what are its complications. Pneumonia is that infection that infects our lungs. We have two lungs. One of the lung may get infected or maybe both. Pneumonia infects the air sac in the lungs. These air sacs we also called as alveoli. These air sacs or alveoli are grape-like structures which are found at the endings of our bronchus in the lungs. Pneumonia infects the air sacs in the lungs. These air sacs may be filled with the fluid, or in severe conditions of pneumonia, the air sacs may also be filled with the pus. At this stage, where the air sacs are pussed, this we call it as a severe pneumonia condition that has already infected the lungs. What causes pneumonia? Well, bacteria, virus as well as fungi, these are the main agents that carry pneumonia. And how do these agents enter our body? These agents enter our body through the food that we eat, through the water that we drink, and through the air that we breathe. When the bacteria enters a bloodstream from the lungs, it is going to infect the blood, and this infected blood may infect the other organs in our body, and when the other organs in our body are infected with this pneumonia, that is going to lead to the organ failures in our body. Say for example, when our heart is infected by this bacteria, it may end up in leading the stress on the walls of the heart. It may also lead in heart attacks. In very severe cases, the person may also die due to heart infection with pneumonia. And when the kidneys are infected with the pneumonia, it may lead to a severe chronic kidney failures. Our kidney weakens when our kidney don't receive enough blood, or the other condition is when the infected blood it enters the kidney and that infects our kidneys also. And when this pneumonia infects the liver, in case if the liver is also infected by the jaundice, the condition will become severe in liver, because both the jaundice as well as pneumonia is going to weaken the liver at the faster rate, and this infection is transferred to the brain, whereby pneumonia attacks the central nervous system in the brain by bringing a brain infection called as meningitis. Meningitis, it is the infection of pneumonia on the covering of the brain as well as the spinal cord. So like this, pneumonia first infects the lungs, then enters through the blood. It also infects the blood, and the chances are there to infect other organs like heart, kidney, liver as well as brain in severe cases, leading to this organ failures. So we need to take care of our organs by taking care of our body, by protecting ourselves from this deadly infection called as pneumonia. Since our organs are very important for our body to function normally. The other complication in case of pneumonia is it causes the breathing trouble. We may feel difficult in breathing the oxygen. In severe cases, the person may be hospitalized, whereby the person may be supported with the artificial machine known as ventilator that helps the person to breathe. The major complication involved in pneumonia is the spaces in the inner cavity of our inner lining of the lungs may get filled with this fluid, and in case if the fluid is infected with pneumonia, through the technique called as chest tube or even through surgery, that fluid has to be taken out of the lungs. In case of severe infection of pneumonia, the target area of pneumonia is those air sacs in the lungs. When the air sacs in the lungs are filled with the fluid, or in very severe conditions the air sac in the lungs are filled with the pus. If not treated, pneumonia in the lung stage, it may enter into our blood and it may cause other organ failures. Therefore, treating the pneumonia when it is at the lung stage, that becomes very important. Usually when the air sacs are filled with the pus, it is treated with the antibiotics, or in very severe cases, surgery is also performed. With a proper cultivation of the healthy habits, healthy routine, healthy exercise, healthy food, clean water as well as breathing clean air should be the mantra in order to stay protected ourselves from this infection called as pneumonia.